Welcome to the NAV Viking tutorials. I'm Johannes Gudmundsson, founder of Anecta, a Microsoft Dynamics NAV Gold certified partner. Hello and welcome to the Coffee Mug tutorials. We've been bouncing around a little bit, artificial intelligence and accounts, subcategories, categories, a lot of fun stuff, but I want to kind of pull back a little bit and go into back reconciliations again. It's just one thing that I kind of didn't look into in detail, and now realizing it's a little bit important, at least from like knowing things perspective, you know, kind of understanding where things are coming from. So if you've worked with the North American version of NAV, and what I'm going to talk about today, by the way, is deposits or cash receipts. In the North American version, you can go into deposits. I'm not sure if this is available in other versions, but it's definitely in the North American one. And the reason for this is because in the US, checks are still used a lot, and people will actually deposit, and they will fill out a deposit slip. And this was, the idea behind this is to imitate the deposit slip. So here you'll create a new deposit, pick the bank account. So this is an example. Then you pick the customer, and then you could put another customer in here that you're receiving money from, and how much that is, and then you can actually apply it directly here. Apply it to the customer transaction. And then once you're done, you just post this, and it posts a lump sum. One of the issues with this, I was kind of on the fence about this form, because it used to at least post on different document numbers. So it posted on this deposit document number on one side, and then I believe it used the check numbers or something like that on the other side. So it was kind of weird. It didn't tie it together. They might have fixed that, but at the same time, this was really only for the US market. Now, or North American market. What you could do instead, you could use the cash receipt journal. And by the way, this is all old stuff. It's been here a while. Cash receipt journal definitely has been here forever. So here you can, of course, just receive payments. Just go payment from a customer, the Canon group, and we got 5,000. Whoops. 5,000, and then instead of specifying the balancing account, you can just go ahead and start getting another check in here from New Concepts for 6,000, etc. And then finally you just put in the bank account, right? So I'm sure some of you have already used it like this. Here's the operating account for 11,000. Oops. And the document is clear. And you just put the check numbers here on this side, the external document number. This is good. Here you can actually apply it as well. Up here, do the exact same thing as you did in the deposit journal. Not too bad. But the point of this video is, of course, to highlight these things, and then in comparison, a new feature. So what is that? Well, let's get to it. If I get here into the home screen, to the business manager, there's something called register customer payments. So how is that different than the other two things that I showed you? Well, if I go in here, I get a list of all of the customer ledger entries or outstanding things that we should receive payments from. And I can just go ahead and say, well, okay, I received the Beef House, I received the Canon Group, I received another Canon group right here, and this is the total. And so I'm starting from the customer ledger entries and applying them, and thus picking up the amount, and then it's just tallying up the amount. And then I can say post as lump payment or post payments individually. So one of the things, for example, with the deposit screen, it posted a lump payment, and you could see also in the cash receipt it was a lump payment. Sometimes you want to post this individually, so it's nice that you can actually select either or. And then you have things like preview. You can preview the posting payments, and you can set up here which is the default bank account. Notice that I'm not specifying a bank account here, so I have to have a default one that I'm working with. And this, of course, posts through the payment journal, so it automatically generates those entries, and that's it. So here I just check off post payments, done, and this creates the bank entries, and it applies. Much easier. I actually really like this. This is kind of taking away the whole aspect of filling out the journal. Much easier. And so I hope you actually can compare all these three and see which one you like the best. Again, this one is really cool. I don't see really any big negative to this one. And so if you like this video, thumbs up. If you haven't subscribed, subscribe. Until next time, thank you.